before this episode gets started, I want to say a few things. To those who have been watching this series as it gets uploaded, you might notice this is, well, the second episode 12 to get uploaded. Yeah, the clipping and audio genuinely made me sick. I had, like, serious OCD thoughts thinking about it, and I hated it. So I moved back to the old microphone, and I will get back to using the new microphone whenever that problem gets fixed. So, yeah. Let's just forget that happened. If you have already watched the original episode 12, you can skip this one. But if you're watching from the playlist a few years down the line, hey, welcome. And now let's talk about the auction house, because I was mistaken about a few different things. And going along with this, I am going to do my best to, before recording certain side quests, do a bit more research to make sure I fully understand things before actually talking about them. I thought getting the Swift Sale was pretty common on like your first or second try. Actually, it's a bit of a rare item. And also, you can just enter and exit the auction house again, and that will reset the item. So that one time that I got 5 items in a row that were the same item, that was just pure dumb luck, which sucks, because it made me think that it wasn't just pure dumb luck, but apparently it was. I don't know, man. There was a lot online about it. I did my best to research that part, and it just didn't work out well. Also, in order to stun the other auctioners, all you have to do is bet 10% above the base bet, and after that, they'll be stunned. Really, it's not that big of a deal. I always betting 20 was still a safe bet. See what I did. Moving on. I didn't know about all of this stuff exactly, and again, to spread as little misinformation as possible, I will end up studying and doing some research before I go into these episodes, because I thought I knew this game pretty well. Apparently I didn't. That's enough talking though, on to the actual episode. Welcome back to Let's Play I'm Getting Mugged HD. Last time we got the Swift Sale, that elusive item that apparently was actually pretty elusive, which was not proven by my previous playthroughs. Oh joy! And this time, Pictoboxes. Let's go. This guy. Oh, got stuck on the ledge there for a second. Well, corner. Not really a ledge, but hey, it could be a ledge. It's kind of a ledge. It's on it. Anyway, moving on. Why, young sir, I must say, you seem to be in possession of a very fine pictobox there. Are you a lover of pictographs as well? There can be no villains amongst the ranks of pictobox lovers. Take your time. Look around, I implore you. And while you're here, please do visit my upstairs pictograph gallery. You're bound to find it quite exciting, young sir. I guarantee it. So, we're gonna do exactly what he said, except for looking around on this bottom floor. As cool as it looks, and as cool as this pictobox specifically looks, there's nothing you can really do down here. The real meat of our visit is up here. Aren't these some of the most, that was completely out of character for him. Aren't these some finely snapped pictographs? You must admit it. But come now, you needn't be so surprised, my young sir. It is a hobby of mine to sneak up behind people when they least expect it. It's quite an amusing diversion. Think nothing of it. By the way, the pictographs you see decorating these fine walls have all been taken by none other than myself. They are my pride and joy. You see, in my younger days, I was tireless, sailing far and wide across the great sea, snapping pictographs wherever I went. Have a look at them, young sir. What is this a pictograph of, you ask? Well, these are creatures called choo-choos. They are said to have medicinal properties, so they are a most important resource treasured by sailors the world over. Second time recording this, and I'm still not doing better with reading. It be like that. Why, there's even said to be an extremely rare species of them known as the blue choo-choo, which we have actually seen, and they are, as I previously stated, pretty dang rare. It is only under very unusual circumstances that they are ever sighted. You would be most lucky to ever come across one, young sir. Well, thank you. I think I am a very lucky person. That is a pretty nice pictograph. This one is of a tiny rock islet resting far out in the seas southeast of here. Isn't it nice? There was a very dignified butler standing before the door, and I snapped his pictograph without even thinking. That aside, I am certain this is someone's private cabana. Creepy, but moving on. This is an incredible pictograph, which kinda looks like somebody we know. I saw this strange platform rising up out of the seas, seeming to claw at the sky. It makes for an even stranger silhouette. I wonder if such things still remain out there on the high seas, lonely on the waves. If I only had the chance, I would love to see these things once again. Cool, man. This is a pictograph of an island I once visited, which I better remember considering the fact I lived there for a majority of my life. Isn't it a finely snapped shot? I took it in my younger days. It is Outset Island. It is the most delightful of fishing villages, innocent and rich with nature's bounty. It was there that I met a beautiful young lass, although I suppose she is probably not as young as she used to be these days. So, this guy looks a little... Oh, I can't take pictures in his house, really? I'm trying to get a good... Okay, this is good enough. This guy looks about in his 30s, maybe 40s. He looks like upper middle age, maybe. So not maybe 30s, probably like 50s something, you know? I don't know how old my grandma is in this game, but I really hope they're not the same age, or even close, because that would be very creepy to me. What kind of pictograph is this, you ask? One ill-fated day, misfortune befell me, and my boat was destroyed. Clinging to the wreckage, I drifted at the whims of the waves. That is when I saw this monstrosity. This foul ship, veiled in mist and fading in and out of sight like something of another world. Yes, my young sir, 'tis none other than the ghost ship. The rumors I've heard tell of a man who researched the reaches of the sea, where the ghost ship faded in and out of sight, and that he drew a map of its movements. But it is said that as soon as the man finished drawing the lines that cursed map, he died a most unexpected death. Chilling. Truly chilling. Now, if one were able to find that map, then it might be possible to sneak onto the ghost ship and get the treasure that is said to lurk within its hull. Very interesting information. A lot of these are going to need to be kept in mind for later. Just throwing it out there. No spoilers, but you know, maybe minor spoilers? I don't know. Not a bad pictograph, Is that not a rather mysterious statue? The statue's home is on one of the Triangle Islands. It lies due south of here. There are a total of 3 Triangle Islands, as there should be. The northern, the southern, and the eastern Triangle Islands. Each of them has a statue such as this, standing on its shores. 3 plot MacGuffins I'm currently trying to get, as per usual in a Zelda game. 3 Triangle Islands. Not sure how more obvious it could get, but I don't know. This pictograph chills me to the bone. The Forsaken Fortress. This place lies to the northwest of our fair isle, but it has been enveloped in filthy dark clouds of late. What are we to do against the silent evil that lingers there? If you value your life, young sir, then at the very least you should stay as far away from that place as you possibly can. It feels as if evil that is not of this world lies in wait there, biding its time. So that's everything. That is all the things I wanted to come and see in this area, and we're heading out, never to see this place again. I was only joking. There's still a full video to fill. I gotta talk about everything. You see, young sir, I have been studying pictoboxes since I was but a lad. My lifelong dream of creating a box with incredible pictography capabilities is at long last near fruition. But now I've grown old and have no real desire to leave this island. My dream is to do this, no desire to do it. That actually I was about to make fun of that, but no, that hits very, very close to home in a lot of different places. For me, at least. Young sir, I hesitate to ask, but could you perchance become my pictograph assistant? Sure, gotta do it for the side quest. Oh, really? Really and truly? My heart leaps at your enthusiasm, but I feel I must tell you, the path an assistant must follow is not a simple one. I demand that whosoever takes on the role of my assistant be an individual who can take whatever command I may issue and promptly complete it without hesitation. That could be put into two different situations here. The fact that I misspoke and said complete as something completely different, or the fact that he's asking something very weird of me, and I'm very sus about him as a person. Whatever, man. I'll do it. It will be quite a challenge, I assure you. Are you still sure you want to do this? Absolutely. Ha! You must share my love of pictography. What is your name, young sir? Link, is it? Very well then. I shall issue 3 commands to you. On the day you complete all 3 tasks, you shall be my #1 assistant, Link. Now then, for my first command. A love letter. Do you know what that is, young sir? It is a collection of words of love, long unspoken and put into written form. Somewhere in this town, there is one who, despite constant rejection, never learns the cold lesson of unrequited passion, and continues to write letters of doomed love. I am certain the object of this sadly one-sided affection is in quite a quandary over the matter. I am of the mind that I must have a word with the unwanted suitor. However, I must have physical evidence, and thus, the first task is to snap a pictograph of this individual in the act of sending the unwanted letters. That sounds easy, does it not? Rightly so. If you hope to be my assistant, you must perform this task with ease. There's only one place on Windfall Island where you can send letters, and that's the mailbox. So, what you want to do is sit all the way over here, probably around this bush, and wait for someone to come by and put something in the mailbox that looks like a letter. And that's really it. And now, let's talk about why I don't particularly love this side quest. What you get from it is really cool and really fun, and I think, considering things I've said previously, it will make this adventure absolutely enjoyable, in every single way, shape, or form. Yet, the way you get this item is a little dumb. I don't really like it all that much. 2/3 of this side quest are you sitting and waiting for something to happen and then taking a picture of it. There's only one portion of the side quest in which you control things, and I just don't find that to be all that fun. In the GameCube version, there were actually 2 portions in which you controlled things. I forgot to mention that in my previous recording, but yes, there are actually 2 things you control technically, and you actually have to go to a new area we haven't been to do that, so I'd be holding this off later if this was the GameCube version, but it's not, so lucky me. So that kind of evens it out, half and half, but in this version, even though it's more convenient, and the side quest is made more convenient, it also makes it just seem a lot worse, because there's, 2/3 of it that you can't control. A little bit of whining done, let's just wait and watch. You'll never see me. Look at me. Oh, Master of Disguise has to take a picture now. I really wasn't expecting him to come here so quickly. So this is the guy. He is the only person that'll interact with the mailbox, and when he puts in the letter, you take a picture. It's really that easy. Again, he's the only person that'll interact with that mailbox. You don't have to worry all that much. The only thing you do need to worry about is standing back a little bit, I can't speak today, apparently. Standing a good distance away from him, and that's really about it. The rest of it's pretty easy. It is only the first task. Alright, Lenzo. Tell me what else I got. Also, I almost always forget to mention this, especially with Zelda names. Lenzo. Lens. Haha. One good thing about uploading this a second time and re-recording it is that I actually did get to put some of the interesting facts that people told me that I just completely skipped over or forgot to mention into use. I need to talk more about the GameCube version, is one of the main things I've learned from me being a dingus and not mentioning things, even though I have them written down in notes. Anyway, moving on. Somewhere in this town, there is one who, despite constant rejection... Oh, yeah. I forgot I don't need to talk to him. You need to stand in front of him and pull out your Picto box and give him this specific picture. Once you give him the picture, it is out of your inventory forever. So if you really love that picture about him putting the little mail into the mailbox, I'm sorry, dude. You can't keep it unless you take 2. If you want to, I guess. Oh, now this is a finely snapped pictograph indeed. Now, they say love is blind, but what could he be thinking, mailing all these letters? I should not ridicule him, though, for he reminds me of myself back in the innocence of my youth. Memories of those bittersweet summer days come rushing back to me. But I digress. Very good, young sir. I must congratulate you on passing your first test. I shall promptly take this pictograph from you and use it most efficiently. Very well. Next is my second command. You must search for this town's most timid and cowardly resident. I intend to flog his spirit, so as to lend him some backbone. This individual flinches and jumps at even the slightest of surprises. I need you to capture the instant of pure fear on this individual's face in a pictograph. So, tell me, do you think you can complete this task, young sir? Yes, sir, I can, because this is the one that we have control over. Like all fearful people, he's in the cafe, running away from his life problems, drowning it in caffeine. Again, going along with things today, that actually hits a bit too home for some people. I know. Not me, thankfully. I'm a good boy. I don't drink too much caffeine for the most part. I'm kind of healthy. Anyway, there are two people in here. One of which seems pretty courageous to me. Look at that arm fold. And also this person, who actually I'm going to talk to first. Oh, the horribleness. I don't know what I'd do if I were kidnapped and taken to the Forsaken Fortress. Just thought of it sent shivers down my spine. Yeah, he's pretty scared. What you want to do is grab the pot that I left here that I couldn't remember where it left. I thought it was a little bit closer to me, but no. Throw it and watch his scared face and then take a picture of it. That is really it. This is actually a lot of fun. A lot of the fun of this side quest comes from you figuring out exactly what people you have to go to and watch and or interact with. And I find that to be a lot of fun. It's kind of like this little people watching side quest, and it's cute, and I like it. The only issue is that on repeat playthroughs, you know exactly what to do, and that leads to the only things that feel interesting to be the things that you just interact with, like that. These other things were interesting enough on the first playthrough, and I enjoyed them. But again, on consecutive playthroughs, it's, frankly speaking, not that fun. A little bit weak. And I talked to him again. Oh my goodness. I am such a smart man. Oh, now this is a finely snapped pictograph indeed. Clearly this individual must be the town's most timid of denizens. Fear is his constant companion. I cannot complain, young sir. You have passed in a most admirable manner. Say, and is it me, or is this chap quite the striking individual? Very good, young sir. And this means you have passed my second test. I shall promptly take this pictograph from you and use it most efficiently. Very good. Next is, at long last, my final command. Open your heart and mind, and listen to what I say. Somewhere in town's a couple, a man and a woman who's, can't read the rest of that, hopefully you got it. Essentially, there's two people in love. Even when they happen, by chance, to pass each other, in the road, they each steal a brief, furtive glance at the other, but they suppress the longing in their hearts. I cannot let this tragedy go on any longer. For the sake of the town and my own desire to help those two poor souls, I shall become Cupid, Archer of Love. Surprisingly not the creepiest thing he said all day. These two are timid burglars in the house of love, and you must capture a pictograph of them thinking their furtive thoughts. And, young Master Link, if and when, hope beyond hope, you manage to complete this third task, then you shall be my #1 pupil. Does that not excite you? Good luck to you, young sir. Let's go. I got some people to peep on. And you know what? Peeping has never been easier because the person we're looking for is right here. There are two people involved in this, obviously. There's two people in love. One of them is stationary. The other one is actually walking around town. I'm not going to go find him. Too much of a hassle. But all you need to know is that you need to wait here because, well, the stationary person is here. And when he comes up from this direction, right here, this path, you are going to snap a picture of them looking at each other. And that's it. It is that simple. Oh, ba-bum, ba-bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright, no. That bit, it wasn't working out, but it was worth a shot. And then they glance, and you take a picture of that. Not my greatest pictograph ever, but hey, it'll do. They were in love. You saw it in their eyes or something. I don't know. But that's it. That is the last pictograph you have to take. Alright, mister, take a look-see. Oh-ho, you are the best peeper in the land indeed. I had no idea these two would get along so splendidly. You can see the love there, hidden, but thriving. Even I, who have lived in this town for so many long years, did not realize in the slightest the extent of their passion. You have done well, Link. I shall promptly take this pictograph from you and use it, as usual, most efficiently. Now then, my young sir, you have completed all of the tasks I set you to do. My doubts about you have all been cleared up. I shall hereby be proud to call you my assistant, Link. And no assistant of mine will be seen going around taking pictographs in monochrome, not in a million years. So here, allow me to present you with this picto box. You got a deluxe picto box. Until now, you could only take black and white pictographs, but now you can take color pictographs, allowing you to show the world as it was meant to be seen. Now, go out there and snap pictographs. Snap them in color for me, for all the years I spent unable to do so. Fulfill my life's ambition. Go to it, Link. Yes, sir. But more importantly, the reason I was so interested and enamored with the idea of getting this soon was because I need to equip the picto box first, don't I? And I'm doing a really bad job of what? Give me a second. I swear I can figure this out. Okay, I wasn't far enough away from him. If you're even in close proximity to him, you have to show him pictures. He will not let you take a picture of him at all. I guess he's a little bit scared unless you're about 2-3 feet away from him. So, you know. Look at that. We can now take pictures in color. This is what I was really excited about. I've already talked about the fact that I'm really excited to take pictures in general because, well, you can see our adventures unfold in little bits, little interesting pieces. I forgot about that one. You can see little interesting pieces of your adventure and see how they unfolded so beautifully in these pictures. They're just a wonderful little memento, especially for a Let's Play like this. So the fact that I can now take them in color, well, hot diggity darn, that's just what I want. But you know what else I want? I want for us to, next time, on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, use that Swift Sail that I spent 40 minutes to get. 40 minutes for you, way more for me. But I want to use the Swift Sail and go to our next location. But again, that's for next time. Until then.